Hey guys, Max here with another episode of Odd and Unexplained, and on this episode we're going to be talking about the Woodlawn Jane Doe. I don't know if any of you have heard of her. I was going through and I was kind of fascinated by the amount of people that just are not identified, even though their bodies are found intact and their face is intact and everything is there. It's amazing to me that somebody can be found in modern times and they just don't know who they are. And one of the ones I came across was Woodlawn Jane Doe. She was found September 12th, 1976 in the woods off of the 5600 block of Dogwood Road. The zip would be 21207 in Lorraine Park, or next to Lorraine Park Cemetery, Baltimore County, Maryland, near Leakin Park. And Leakin Park is what I guess is a creepy place. It's a body hotspot where people dump bodies and stuff. And there's been known to be a lot of crime there. And cause of death, asphyxia. They figure for murder. Let's see if I can pronounce this right. Chlorpromazine, which is a sedative, was found in her. And that's what leads them to believe that this is homicide. All right, and chlorpromazine is used to treat schizophrenia. Objects found on or near her body I have a list here, are a turquoise and leather necklace, 2 keys on a safety pin, one of them stamped DB09210, which was traced back to Massachusetts, beige jeans, a white bra, white and brown shirt, striped knee-high socks, 1 light tan moccasin found near her body, 2 grass seed bags. There's some interesting stuff about these seed bags coming up in a second. 2 bandanas. Hands were tied behind her back with a bandage, and she was wrapped in a white sheet. She was about 5'8", 159 pounds, brown hair and eyes. She had a 1.5-inch scar on her left thigh, and she had a rather unprofessional-looking tattoo that read JP on her upper right arm. It's believed that her body may have been dumped there between 9:20 and 10:20 a.m. A witness reported seeing a light-colored, full-sized van, like a Ford Econoline or something like that, parked on the side of the road during this time. Now the interesting stuff about the grass bags that I mentioned earlier. One of the grass seed bags had a label that read Farm Bureau Association Quality Lawn Seed, 158 Lexington Street, Waltham, Massachusetts. The bag had stopped being manufactured 2 years before the body was found. That's pretty interesting to me. And it was only distributed in an area around northern New York State and Massachusetts. Only 5 locations in Massachusetts sold to them. So whoever got this bag went to one of those places. Or maybe they found the bag in the trash, who knows. So after many years, in April of 2015, they found a lead due to pollen in her clothes. A scientist working for the U.S. Border Patrol tested Woodlawn Jane Doe's clothing. I'm just reading this verbatim, so sorry, guys. I'm putting the most effort I can into this. He found 2 types of pollen. Those 2 types of pollen are found together in only 2 places in the United States. One of those places is in an arboretum in Boston, and the other being the New York Botanical Garden. So, due to her clothes, she had to be in one of those 2 places. Interesting. Police have a DNA profile for Woodlawn Jane Doe that has been entered into the FBI's CODIS system. The profile of a male was found on the victim, probably the dude that killed her. And this also has been entered into CODIS. Her fingerprints have been checked multiple times with no results. This is pretty amazing to me that somebody in 1976, it wasn't that long ago. 40 years, 42 years, it's not that long ago, and nobody knows who she was. It's kind of creepy to me. Detectives received information that suggests she may be from Forest Hills neighborhood of Boston and may have attended Jamaica Plains High School or Roslindale High School. Now, Jamaica Plains High School is interesting because, remember, she had the tattoo on her arm that said JP. So make of that what you will. Somebody gave another tip. It may or may not be related, but it's kind of interesting pertaining to the case. They said that Woodlawn Jane Doe had a family, including 2 sisters and 3 brothers, and had moved from Puerto Rico to Forbes Street in Jamaica Plains. Again, JP on her arm. Woodlawn Jane Doe would have been about 5 or 6 years old at this time. If it was hers, it's not for certain, but it's one of the closest matches at the time. And then this little girl would have disappeared when she was about 15, according to this tipster. But it's unknown for certain if that is the same person. But right now they seem to think that it's pertinent. And that's all there is to this one, guys. The grass bags are interesting. They had to have come from a certain place. One was found over her head, and the other one was the cause of death. I don't know if I mentioned that. The second grass bag was the cause of death because a piece was found in her throat, which is what caused her to not be able to breathe. But like I said twice before, I think it's just so bizarre to me that somebody whose body is found intact for the most part, as far as I know, from the pictures I've seen, I'll flash some pictures, so warning, dead body, but she wasn't mutilated, she wasn't ripped apart or anything, she wasn't burned, she was just a body. She was completely identifiable, but nobody's identified her. And to me, that is just, it's sad that nobody would do that. It's, I don't know, it's 1976. There should be something. There should be some sign that this person existed. And I guess if she went missing when she was about 15 years old or so, according to that last tip, maybe there wouldn't be any record that she existed. If she was taken away at such a young age, who knows? All right, guys, that's it for Odd and Unexplained, and we'll see you next time. Also, if you guys have anything you want me to look into, I'll gladly take suggestions. So just put those down in the comments, or you can go over to the Facebook page. There's a Best 5 Minutes Facebook page. That'll link down there as well. See you guys later.